You know, tailgating could possibly go to another level if city councilors decide to permanently extend the drinking hours. Brian and Jamie, EPD is completely blocked off with caution tape as well as 3 police cars. That's right, Brian. Most of the people that are staying in the shelter live in this neighborhood. One man said his house was almost completely flooded. Brian and Jamie, this is what residents and officials were debating about. It's called a planting strip, and it's a long piece of grass that sits in front of homes and in between sidewalks and the street. Brian and Jamie, we're still trucking along I-5 following the protesters as they make their way to the Capitol. We left Roseburg at 4:45 this morning. Now we're in between Halsey and Corvallis. That's right, Brian and Jamie. Now that it's lighter outside, you guys can get a better look at the damages. The fire left both of these tractors charred. Jamie, this looks like your typical quiet, family-oriented neighborhood. In fact, there's a school just blocks down the street. That's right, Brian. Police say the man got so violent that they put him in the back seat of the police car without buckling him up. Brian and Jamie, crews have already started working on the temporary parking lot. And remember, this is where the new courthouse might be. But the interesting thing about this parking lot is, well, Brian, at tomorrow's meeting, they'll present a plan that will allow them to make up one of those days this month. And the plan will also add 3 more days at the end of the school year in June. Brian and Jamie, that $43 million bond repaired a lot of streets in Eugene, so you can have a safe, smooth drive to your destination. Right now, ODOT crews are working on this ramp here on I-105 near 6th Avenue, and there's no telling exactly how long they've been here, but I can say they've been working on this ramp since we got here at 5 a.m. So this is the draft ordinance Chief Kloffenstein presented during Monday's city council meeting. Brian, E-Web crews are coming into work with 20 boxes full of Cinnabons right here, cinnamon rolls from Cinnabons. And some of the employees wrote, "Thank you, you're appreciated." And that is true, because right now I am with Lou Woodford, who is the mastermind for all of this. Lou, can you tell me what made you want to do this? Eugene residents, you've talked and they've definitely listened. City councilors want you to participate in their work session today at noon to discuss their redevelopment plans at the iconic steam plant.
What's the difference between a garage sale? Because I know you go to a garage sale and there's a chance that you're buying stolen merchandise.
Gene Guarino is the owner of Junk Junkie's secondhand store in Roseburg. His shop, as well as others, are very upset about the proposed ordinance Roseburg Police Department introduced. According to the draft ordinance, Roseburg Police Department plans on stopping theft by regulating the buying and selling of secondhand property through an online database called Leads Online. The ordinance will require pawn shop owners to collect verification from their sellers, and if approved, secondhand stores will have to log in each item they received online. The owner of Junk Junkies says he doesn't have time for that.
I don't have the room to store it, so I'm going to sell it. And with this ordinance, basically what they're wanting us to do is they're wanting us to sit on the items. I don't believe that's right.
So this is the draft ordinance Chief Kloffenstein presented during Monday's city council meeting, and their first reading is June 24th. If approved, they'll have a second reading in July on the fate of the proposed ordinance. Guarino says secondhand store owners will be fined $1,500 per day if they refuse to comply, but that's if the city council adopts the ordinance.
You know, it's not right what they're trying to do. But it is what it is.
Reporting in Roseburg, Daijah Peterson, KEZI 9 News.
It was just like 4, quick, boom, boom, boom.
Around 4 a.m. this morning, an officer approached 2 suspicious men on East 15th and Pearl. One of the suspects fled, causing the officer to chase him.
We heard them yelling, stay down, get down over there.
Another officer arrived on the scene to find the second suspect stealing one of their patrol cars. Shots were fired from the officer immediately after that. The patrol car was then located unoccupied on East 15th and High Street. That's when they decided to call for more backup.
We were able to call our good partners in Springfield and ask them to bring over a canine, did a successful canine track.
Police say after a brief altercation, both suspects were taken into custody.
Nobody's hurt, officers are fine, both suspects are fine. There's no threat to the neighborhood at this point.
As for residents on the street, A scene like this is nothing new.
This is like the second time we've had our street blocked off, so due to like gunshots. There was a guy who was barricaded in a building over there earlier in the year, so.
For more information on the incident, head to our website at KEZI.com. Reporting live in Eugene, Daijah Peterson, KEZI 9 News.